Have you ever stood before a mirror and asked yourself, where did that vibrant, youthful woman I once knew go? Maybe the lines around your eyes have deepened, maybe your hair, once a crown of thick, glossy strands, has softened into gentle silver. Your figure might have shifted, your hands now etched with the stories of decades lived, loved, and learned. And in these quiet, vulnerable moments, a question may flicker in your heart: has my beauty faded too? Today, I want to tell you something the world rarely has the wisdom or the kindness to say. Your beauty has not disappeared. It has not withered away like a forgotten flower. It has simply changed form, deepened, expanded, and matured into something far more precious. In fact, I believe you are more beautiful now than you have ever been. Not because you resemble your 25-year-old self, but because you carry something far more rare and enduring. A beauty shaped by life itself, by courage, by wisdom, by the grace of having seen many seasons come and go. Over my 25 years of studying aging and walking alongside countless older adults, I have come to a profound truth. Real beauty doesn't diminish with time, it ripens. It grows richer, deeper, more luminous. It is not confined to smooth skin or symmetrical features. It is felt in your presence, seen in the sparkle of your eyes, heard in the warmth of your laughter. It is the way a room feels different, more alive, more welcoming when you enter it, even without saying a single word. And here's the greatest tragedy. Most women do not realize how captivating they still are. Because the world has taught us to chase youth as the only version of beauty worth having. It has fed us the cruel lie that once the wrinkles come, once the silver threads weave through our hair, once our bodies soften, we must fade quietly into invisibility. But the truth is far more magnificent. Physical beauty may draw a fleeting glance, but emotional beauty, the kind that blooms from authenticity, wisdom, and tenderness, captures hearts and souls. And emotional beauty, dear friend, only strengthens with time. Today, I want to walk with you on a journey back to yourself. I want to help you recognize what society often hides from view, the unmistakable signs that you are still, undeniably, breathtakingly beautiful, even if you have forgotten how to see it. Together, we will explore 7 clear signs that your radiance has not dimmed, but instead has evolved into something extraordinary. And by the end of our journey, I promise you will never look at yourself or your reflection in quite the same way again. Why does this matter? You might wonder, why should you care whether you are still considered beautiful? Because beauty, at its core, is not about vanity. It is about visibility. It is about refusing to let the world render you invisible simply because your years are many. It is about honoring the light within you that never went out, it only grew wiser. When you reclaim your beauty, you reclaim your right to be seen, to be valued, and to be celebrated. You stand as a testament to younger women that real beauty does not wilt with time, it flourishes. Today, I ask you to set aside every harsh judgment you have ever whispered to yourself. Set aside every outdated standard the world has tried to impose on you. Take a deep breath, place your hand gently over your heart. Know that you are still seen, you are still radiant, you are still turning heads, lifting spirits, and warming hearts, not despite your age, but because of it. Chapter 1. Your presence turns heads without you even trying. Sometimes, the most beautiful things about us are the ones we don't even notice. Have you ever walked into a room, a cafe, a family gathering, a quiet little store, and felt the gentle pull of attention without fully understanding why? People glance your way, conversations pause for just a second longer than usual, and someone's smile lingers in your direction. And yet, you might brush it off, thinking, surely they're looking at someone else. Not me. But here's the truth you may not realize. They're looking at you. They're feeling your presence, the quiet, steady light you carry, and it moves them, even if you say nothing at all. Attractiveness, true attractiveness, is no longer about flawless skin or a youthful figure. Once you reach a certain age, it becomes something deeper, something richer, something far more enduring. It's the energy you bring into the space around you. It's the calm wisdom in your gaze, the serenity in your posture, the kindness reflected in your smallest gestures. Your beauty, in this season of life, is not a shout, it's a soft, warm beacon. And believe me when I say, people notice. I once knew a woman named Margaret, a retired school teacher who had long since given up worrying about fashion trends or trying to impress anyone. She lived a simple life in a quiet coastal town, spending her days reading, gardening, and enjoying long walks by the water. Margaret didn't see herself as remarkable. Yet every Saturday, at the local farmer's market, people naturally gathered around her. Vendors remembered her name, children smiled up at her. Strangers stopped to offer her the best flowers or freshest produce without being asked. One day, after helping a young mother pick out apples, Margaret turned to me and said with a bewildered laugh, "I don't know why people are always so kind to me." But I knew it was because when Margaret entered a space, she brought peace with her. She radiated the kind of inner warmth and self-possession that is far more captivating than any flashy exterior. She was fully herself unapologetically, quietly, gloriously herself, and that presence was irresistible. You see, people are naturally drawn to authenticity. In a world full of noise and distraction, someone who moves through life with quiet confidence is magnetic. It's not about being the loudest voice or the most perfectly dressed. It's about carrying an invisible kind of music within you, a steady, graceful rhythm that others long to tune into. When people compliment you, perhaps you notice they rarely comment just on your looks anymore. Instead, they say things like, "You have such a calming way about you," or "I love how your smile lights up your face," or "There's something so comforting about being around you." These aren't small compliments. They are reflections of your true beauty, a beauty that no mirror can fully capture and no passing years can ever diminish. Think for a moment. When was the last time someone lingered a little longer in conversation with you? When was the last time a stranger offered an unexpected kindness? When did someone last describe you as elegant, graceful, or so easy to talk to? These are not accidents. These are glimpses of the powerful light you carry within you. A light polished and perfected not by youth, but by experience. At this stage of life, you no longer need to chase trends, approval, or perfection. You already embody what so many others are still desperately seeking: ease in your own skin. A woman who walks with purpose, whose smile is offered freely but never forced, whose silence can be just as powerful as her words. That woman is unforgettable. So the next time you catch someone's eyes lingering on you, the next time a smile finds you across a room, don't look away in self-doubt. Hold your head a little higher. Smile back, because you are not invisible. You are not forgotten. You are not past your prime. Chapter 2. Younger women secretly admire your style and elegance. There is a quiet, beautiful phenomenon that many older women overlook, one that speaks volumes about their lasting allure. It happens in the glances from younger women, the compliments whispered with a touch of awe, the moments when a stranger stops you just to ask, "Where did you get that scarf?" Or, "I hope I can look as graceful as you Sunday." Perhaps you've noticed it but brushed it off. Perhaps you thought, "They're just being polite." But the truth is more profound than you realize. Younger women are watching you. They're admiring you. They are quietly taking notes on how to move through the world with the kind of elegance and self-assurance that can't be found in a magazine or stitched into a brand new dress. In today's world, where trends shift faster than seasons and fashion often favors flash over substance, true style, enduring style, stands out like a lighthouse in a storm. And as an older woman, you carry a style that is not dictated by passing whims but sculpted by years of knowing yourself. Every scarf you drape over your shoulders, every pair of earrings you choose, every color you wear without apology, these small choices speak of a deep inner knowing. A woman who dresses not to impress, but to express. A woman who knows what suits her, what feels right against her skin, and what mirrors her spirit. Let me tell you about Eleanor, a 70-year-old retired interior designer I once had the privilege to know. Eleanor never chased trends. She didn't believe in squeezing herself into the latest must-have just because it was in fashion. Instead, she chose clothes that felt like home, soft knits in rich, earthy tones, simple yet stunning jewelry pieces, shoes that whispered comfort and confidence. Whenever Eleanor entered a room, there was a hush, not out of intimidation, but admiration. Young women, college students, young mothers, even busy professionals would pause, take her in, and sometimes shyly approach her. "I love your shawl," they would say. "Where do you find jewelry like that? You look so elegant. I hope I can carry myself like you when I'm older." And each time, Eleanor would smile, a quiet, knowing smile, because what they were admiring wasn't just the fabric or the cut or the color. It was the way she wore her choices like a second skin, unapologetically, comfortably, gloriously herself. Younger women hunger for this kind of example. They are bombarded with images of beauty that are superficial, fleeting, exhausting to chase. Deep down, they crave role models who show them a different way, a way where beauty deepens rather than disappears. Where style is an extension of soul, not an armor against the world. When a young woman compliments your outfit, admires your accessories, or simply looks at you with that mixture of respect and hope, recognize it for what it is, a bridge between generations, a moment where you are not just seen, but revered, a living proof that growing older does not mean growing invisible, it means growing unmistakably yourself. There is a certain kind of magic in a woman who is at peace with herself. She doesn't dress to hide, she doesn't dress to compete, she dresses to celebrate her life, her memories, her spirit, a silk scarf tied with a casual twist, a pearl brooch pinned over a favorite sweater, a soft lipstick that brightens her smile just because she feels like it. Each choice, a small song sung quietly to the world. I am here. I am beautiful. I am enough. And oh, how the world hears that song, especially the younger ones, searching for their own melodies. So the next time a younger woman smiles at your outfit or asks where you found that stunning necklace, receive it not with humility but with joy. You are teaching them something invaluable. That style is not about dressing younger, it's about dressing truer. That beauty is not about erasing the years, it's about wearing them with fierce pride. That the most breathtaking woman in the room is often the one who knows exactly who she is and has no interest in being anyone else. Chapter 3. Your words captivate and command respect. There is a kind of beauty that cannot be seen in photographs or captured by a mirror, a beauty that blooms in the quiet spaces between spoken words, in the warmth of a conversation, in the way people lean closer just to hear you speak. As we age, something extraordinary happens. Our voices gain weight. Our words, shaped by years of living, loving, and learning, carry a resonance that commands attention, not through volume, but through depth. If you have ever noticed people turning their bodies toward you when you speak, their eyes softening, their posture tilting in your direction, you are witnessing one of the clearest signs that your beauty is alive and powerful, a beauty born not from how you look, but from how you make others feel. In the noise of today's world, where conversations are often rushed, fragmented, and shallow, your presence in dialogue is a gift. When you speak with patience, with clarity, with genuine interest, it is like dropping a stone into a still pond. Your words ripple outward, touching the hearts of those around you in ways you may not even realize. You don't need to be loud to be heard. You don't need to be flamboyant to be unforgettable. Your strength lies in your ability to listen intently, to respond thoughtfully, to wrap your words with the kindness and wisdom that only a life fully lived can offer. I remember Linda, a 74-year-old retired professor, who never considered herself particularly striking in appearance. She did not wear bright colors or flashy jewelry, yet whenever she attended a gathering, whether it was a casual coffee meetup or a formal dinner, something remarkable would happen. As the chatter ebbed and flowed, people would naturally gravitate toward her, forming a quiet semicircle as if drawn by an invisible magnet. When Linda spoke, people leaned in, their faces open, their distractions falling away. She didn't rush her sentences. She didn't dominate the conversation. Instead, she wove her words with intention, letting silence breathe between thoughts, allowing space for others to feel safe, heard, and respected. One evening, after a small community event, a young woman approached Linda with shy admiration. "You have such an elegant way of speaking," she said, her voice tinged with wonder. "It's like you make the whole room calmer, just by sharing your thoughts." Linda smiled, touched but a little surprised. She had never thought of herself that way, yet it was clear to everyone else. Her beauty radiated through her voice, her patience, her grace. This is the magic you possess, too, whether or not you realize it. When you engage in conversation with presence, when your eyes truly meet in others, when your words are chosen not to impress but to connect, you become magnetic. People are drawn not just to your stories, but to your energy, the calm steadiness you bring into every exchange. And that is a kind of beauty that does not fade with time. It grows richer, more compelling, more needed in a world starving for authenticity. True attractiveness in this season of life has less to do with the shape of your face and everything to do with the shape of your spirit. It is how you carry yourself, how you uplift others without effort, How you turn simple conversations into safe harbors. If you find that people listen when you speak, that they linger a little longer in your presence, that they seek your advice or thank you for your insights, cherish these moments. They are affirmations, silent and sincere, that your beauty, the beauty of your mind, your heart, your spirit is alive and shining brightly. So, speak, share your wisdom, tell your stories, offer your laughter, your quiet encouragement, your fierce compassion. You have earned your voice, and the world needs to hear it. Your words are not just conversation. They are a living legacy, a testament to a life well lived and a heart wide open. And when you speak, you remind the world of something precious, that beauty is not only seen, but deeply, deeply felt. Chapter 4. Your skin, hair, and posture speak volumes. There are stories written on your skin, woven through the strands of your hair, etched in the way you hold your body upright against the invisible weight of the years. You may not always notice them when you glance in the mirror, but others do, and what they see is not a decline, but a testament. Every smile line, every silver thread, every graceful tilt of your shoulders whispers a story of resilience, of joy, of a life fully inhabited. And those who are wise enough to look closely see not aging, but beauty made tangible. Many women spend their youth chasing the fleeting kind of perfection, the glass skin, the endless shine, the perfect silhouette. But what no one tells you is that real beauty becomes most breathtaking when it is lived in. When the skin glows not because it is without wrinkles, but because it radiates health and kindness. When hair, whether silver or dyed, flows with the quiet dignity of someone who has nothing left to prove. When posture strong, proud, open speaks more powerfully than any brand of clothing or shade of lipstick ever could. I think of Susan, a 71-year-old former nurse I once met at a weekend market bustling with life. She wore a simple linen dress, her hair gathered loosely at her neck, her face free of heavy makeup. There was nothing particularly flashy about her appearance, and yet, as she moved among the stalls, heads turned, a young woman at the flower stand leaned over and whispered, "I hope my skin looks like hers when I'm her age." It wasn't just the clarity of Susan's complexion that drew admiration, it was the vitality, the inner wellness that seemed to emanate from her. Her skin told the story of a woman who had loved the sun but had respected it, who had nourished herself with water and laughter and long walks under open skies. And it wasn't just her skin. Her hair, streaked with silver, caught the light like a halo, soft yet strong, styled in a way that needed no apology or excuse. She didn't try to hide her age, she wore it like a badge of honor. Even the way she stood, shoulders relaxed but upright, her steps steady and sure, announced to the world, "I am here. I am whole. I am proud of the journey I have walked." You see, beauty after 60 isn't about disguising the years, it's about wearing them with grace. When people compliment you on your glowing complexion, your elegant hair, or your regal posture, they are not simply noticing the surface. They are responding to the choices you have made, the choice to care for yourself, to carry yourself with dignity, to meet each day with a spirit that refuses to be diminished by time. Standing tall is more than just physical posture, it is an emotional one too. It says to the world, "I value myself." It says, "I am not retreating from life, I am still stepping into it." With purpose and with pride. A woman who stands tall, whose shoulders are set back, whose chin lifts naturally toward the light, commands respect and admiration wherever she goes, often without saying a word. If you have ever had someone tell you that you have beautiful skin, if a stranger has complimented the shimmer of silver in her hair, if you have felt the subtle shift when someone straightens their own posture in her presence, understand this: they're seeing the beauty you may have forgotten to recognize in yourself. A beauty built not on fleeting youth, but on lasting vitality, authenticity, and strength. So nurture your skin not to chase perfection, but to celebrate it, hydrate it, protect it, honor it for the decades of sunshine and tears it has known. Care for your hair not to hide your age, but to showcase it, whether you choose to embrace the silver or color it for joy. Let it be a crown of your choosing. Walk tall, not for appearance's sake, but because your spirit deserves to take up space in the world. Every wrinkle, every shimmer, every proud step forward is a silent song of survival, of resilience, of deep, abiding beauty. You have nothing left to prove and everything still to offer. And when you carry yourself that way, the world cannot help but notice. Chapter 5. Confidence is your secret weapon. There is a beauty that no wrinkle can erase, no passing year can diminish, no shifting trend can touch, and that beauty is confidence. Not the loud, boastful confidence of youth, but the quiet, steady knowing that comes only from a life deeply lived. If you have ever noticed that people make room for you without you asking, that they listen when you speak without you raising your voice, that younger women glance at you with a mixture of admiration and curiosity, then know this: your confidence is not just alive, it is luminous. Confidence after 60 is different from anything you knew before. It is not about having all the answers or seeking approval from the outside world. It is about the peace that settles in your bones when you know, without doubt, who you are and what you stand for. It is about walking into a room and needing no permission to belong. It is about speaking your truth gently, firmly, without the need to shout. It is the way you sit, the way you move, the way you occupy your space unapologetically, and it is one of the most attractive forces on earth. I think of Barbara, a 73-year-old former business owner I once met at a community dinner. Barbara was not flashy. She didn't wear designer labels or heavy jewelry. She wore a simple navy dress, a single pearl at her neck, and a smile that could disarm even the coldest heart. As she moved through the room, there was no rush, no desperation to impress. She greeted people with genuine warmth, listened more than she spoke, and when she did share her thoughts, people leaned in without even realizing they were doing it. Young women whispered to each other about her grace. Men, old and young alike, treated her with a level of respect that was palpable. Barbara did not demand attention, she attracted it. She did not seek validation, she carried it within herself. She did not try to look younger, she looked alive. And that, dear friend, is the true power of confidence at this stage of life. It's not about pretending to be something you're not. It's about being so deeply rooted in who you are that nothing, not time, not criticism, not societal standards can shake you. When you walk tall, when you smile from a place of real joy, when you speak with certainty born of experience rather than bravado, you become magnetic. People can feel it, the authenticity in your laugh, the patience in your gaze, the resilience in your very being. You no longer have to prove anything to anyone. You have already lived the proof. You are the living testament to strength, survival, wisdom, and grace. Confidence makes you radiant in ways no cosmetic procedure or expensive wardrobe ever could. It makes your eyes brighter, your posture prouder, your presence unforgettable. It whispers to the world, I know who I am, I know what I am worth, and I will not shrink to make anyone else comfortable. If you have ever noticed people seeking your advice, if you find that strangers treat you with unexpected deference, if younger women tell you they hope to carry themselves as you do one day, embrace these moments. They are not random, they are signs that your confidence is shining through like sunlight through stained glass, colorful, intricate, and dazzlingly beautiful. So carry yourself proudly, not because you need the world's approval, but because you already hold your own. Speak your truth, even if your voice trembles. Share your laughter, even if the world seems too hurried to notice. Stand in your power, even if no one else in the room dares to do the same. Because confidence, my dear, is not just your secret weapon, it is your crown. And when you wear it without apology, you become the kind of beautiful that does not just turn heads, it turns hearts. Chapter 6. Your warmth lights up a room. Long after faces are forgotten and words fade into the noise of memory, people will remember one thing about you: how you made them feel. And if you are the kind of woman whose presence lights up a room, whose warmth touches people before a single word is spoken, then know this: you possess a kind of beauty that no mirror, no camera, no passing time can ever take away. Warmth is a rare and precious gift in a world that often feels cold and hurried. It is the invisible embrace you offer through a smile, the gentle patience you extend through a listening ear, the way your laughter softens sharp edges and your presence soothes restless hearts. When you walk into a space and it seems to breathe easier, when conversations blossom more freely around you, when even strangers find themselves sharing their hopes and worries with you, these are not coincidences. These are signs of a radiant beauty that shines from within, untouched by the years. I think of Diane, a 70-year-old retired nurse, who had the quiet magic of making every place she entered feel a little more like home. Diane wasn't someone who demanded attention. She didn't wear bright colors or call out across rooms. She simply carried a softness in her step, a tenderness in her gaze, and an openness in her heart that invited people in without a word. Cashiers remembered her name, children smiled at her in grocery store aisles. Even grumpy strangers seemed to relax when she stood beside them in line. She didn't set out to make an impression, she simply lived in a way that made kindness visible. Warmth like Diane's is not something you can fake, and it's not something you can buy. It's something you grow, year after year, through compassion, through forgiveness, through an unshakable belief that people matter even when they disappoint, even when the world is difficult. It's a beauty stitched not into your clothes, but into your character. If you have ever been told, "I feel better when I'm around you," or if people seem to open their hearts to you without even meaning to, understand this: you're carrying one of the most powerful and lasting forms of attractiveness. Far more than a perfect complexion or a youthful figure, it is your warmth that leaves a lasting impression. It is your ability to see people, really see them, without judgment, that makes you unforgettable. Your facial expressions, your gentle nods, the way you listen with your whole heart, these small, everyday acts of tenderness weave an invisible tapestry around you, one that people instinctively want to wrap themselves in. Your smile, even when lined by the years, carries more light than the most polished Instagram image. Your laughter, even when softened by time, is a melody that invites others to join the dance of life without fear. Warmth does not mean you have not been hurt. It means you chose to stay open despite it. It means you chose to meet the world not with bitterness, but with grace. That is an act of breathtaking courage, and it shows. So the next time someone relaxes in your presence, the next time a stranger strikes up a conversation without knowing why, the next time a young person smiles at you across a crowded room, remember, your warmth is your legacy. It is the soft, steady flame that not only illuminates your own path but lights the way for others too. Chapter 7. You catch people stealing glances at you. There is a quiet, almost secret language that people speak with their eyes. A language far older and more honest than words. You know it when you feel it, that fleeting moment when a stranger's gaze lingers just a heartbeat longer than necessary. When someone across the room seems to notice you without even meaning to. When an admiring glance quickly darts away, as if afraid of being caught. And if you have ever felt, even for a moment, that people are stealing glances at you, know this: your beauty is still speaking, even louder than you realize. Attractiveness at this stage of life is no longer about demanding attention, it's about commanding it effortlessly. It's not about dazzling others with youth, but about captivating them with authenticity. There is a certain gravity you now possess, a natural allure born from years of laughter and loss, of triumphs and quiet perseverance. It is etched into your gestures, woven into the cadence of your step, blowing softly from your spirit. You do not chase admiration. You simply move through the world in such a way that admiration cannot help but find you. I remember Judith, a 68-year-old retired lawyer, who once told me, almost sheepishly, about the odd pattern she had noticed. When she went shopping, men young and old would hold doors open for her just a fraction longer than necessary. Waiters at restaurants seemed to engage a little more attentively when taking her order. Younger women complimented her scarf, her perfume, her quiet poise. Judith had brushed it off for years, thinking it must be coincidence or kindness. But it wasn't. It was something far deeper. The undeniable beauty of presence, of dignity, of a woman fully at ease with herself. When someone steals a glance at you, it is not because you are invisible. It is because you are radiant in a way that is rare and arresting. Perhaps it is the way you carry yourself, the way you move with intention rather than hurry, the way you hold your head high with a confidence that doesn't shout but hums like a well-loved melody. Maybe it's the softness in your smile, or the twinkle of mischief that still dances in your eyes. Maybe it's simply the piece you wear like a favorite coat of peace that makes others yearn for their own. The beauty you possess now is subtle, but it is profound. It does not scream for attention, it invites it gently, like the glow of a candle in a darkened room. Those stolen glances are not acts of pity or nostalgia. They are moments of genuine admiration. They are silent acknowledgments that true beauty is not about fitting into a mold but about breaking free of one. They are reflections of the truth that, even as the years weave their tapestry upon your skin and silver your hair, your soul has only grown more vibrant, more magnetic. So the next time you catch someone's eyes lingering on you a fleeting second longer, a smile playing at the corner of their lips, don't look away in embarrassment. Smile back, even if only to yourself. Receive the compliment without needing it to define you. As we come to the end of this journey together, I invite you to pause and breathe deeply. Feel the life that courses through you, the life that has carried you through joy and sorrow, through triumphs and losses, through seasons of doubt and seasons of fears. Undeniable strength. You are not the same woman you were at 20, at 30, or even at 50. You are more, so much more, and the beauty you possess now, at this very moment, is the rarest kind of beauty, the kind that time does not erase, but perfects. You may have spent years believing that beauty belongs only to the young, that admiration has an expiration date, that once the world stops chasing you, you must somehow chase after it. But none of that is true. True beauty, the kind that makes people turn their heads, lean in closer, and steal glances without meaning to, is built not in the first flush of youth but in the quiet forge of life itself. You have seen how your presence alone, without effort or artifice, can brighten a room and stir hearts. You have realized that younger women are watching you, learning from you, admiring the grace you wear so effortlessly. You have seen how your words carry weight, how your laughter and your silences alike leave ripples in the lives of others. You have recognized that your skin, your hair, your posture, they are not markers of decline but banners of resilience and life. You have felt the magnetic pull of your confidence, a beacon that shines brighter now than it ever did before. And you have learned that your warmth, your kindness, your patience, your compassion is not a small thing. It is a transformative force. If you have caught people stealing glances at you, know that they are seeing something remarkable. They are seeing a woman who is at once wise and vibrant, strong and tender, grounded and radiant, a woman who has lived long enough to know that beauty is not about youth or perfection, but about authenticity, about courage, about living every day with open eyes, an open heart, and an unshakable spirit. You are not invisible. You are not diminished. You are not a shadow of your former self. You are the full bloom of a life fully lived. You are the light that cannot be hidden. You are the beauty that endures, that deepens, that inspires. So hold your head high, dear heart. Walk into every room like you belong there, because you do. Let your laughter ring out without apology. Wear your silver hair, your smile lines, your wise and wondering eyes like the badges of honor they are. Share your stories, share your light. You are not here to fade quietly. You are here to shine. And as you move forward, remember, you are still turning heads. You are still touching hearts. You are still, in every way that matters, beautifully, gloriously alive. Thank you for walking this path with me today. If you have felt seen, if even one word here has lit a spark inside you, I invite you to leave a comment below. Share your thoughts, your memories, your reflections. Your voice is precious, let it be heard. And if you believe that more women deserve to be reminded of their enduring beauty, share this video with someone you love. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe to Daily Elder Advice and ring the bell for more stories, insights, and encouragement made just for you. Your journey matters, your beauty matters, and here, you will always have a place where you are celebrated exactly as you are. Until next time, stay radiant, stay strong, stay wonderfully, unapologetically you.